Hi everyone, happy fall. I am officially celebrating that it's the holiday season, starting with Halloween. And to kick off the holiday spirit, I'm gonna make my first fall recipe. This is a pumpkin spice bread, a very, very simple bread, and also on the healthier side. This is from the Joy of Vegan Baking. This is such a good cookbook. I've gathered all of my ingredients, and for the most part we have wet ingredients and dry ingredients. We're going to mix the dry into the wet, make the batter, and then stick it into the oven for about 60 minutes. It's going to be hopefully a very simple recipe that you can replicate very easily. So let's start with the sugar. We need 2 cups of granulated sugar. Now that the sugar is in, the next thing we want to do is add the applesauce. So we want 1.5 cups of unsweetened applesauce. So you want a 14-ounce can of pumpkin puree. My can is 15 ounces. It's an extra ounce. I'm not going to sweat it. It's all going in. Who am I? I am learning to be less meticulous. I'm sure with baking, I should actually be super meticulous. But it's a really simple bread. We want 3 eggs. These are not room temperature eggs. I don't know if they should be. Okay, 3 eggs into my mixture. Stir the wet ingredients together. Okay, step 1 complete. The wet ingredients are done. Let's move on to the dry ingredients. The dry ingredients include 3 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon each of cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, and baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So let's do 3 cups of flour, cloves, a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of cinnamon. It already smells like the holidays. Now we want a whole teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, flip those. I need a whole teaspoon of baking soda. I need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. Again, I'm not a perfect baker. So a whole teaspoon of baking soda is now in there. I removed the baking powder, if that was the accurate place of it. And 1/2 teaspoon salt. Pre-baking the oven at 350 degrees, and while that preheats, I'm going to mix these dry ingredients, put them into the wet, and then oil my loaf pan. I am now going to mix the dry into the wet. Stir until just combined. I am a chronic overmixer, but I am scared that I will oscillate to the other extreme. Just combined, I think. Okay, that's my final product. This is gonna go in for 55 to 60 minutes, or until a toothpick, I use a knife, comes out clean. So I just took this out of the oven and I botched it. One, it grew so much that it scraped off the top when I pulled it out with the top of the oven. It also, I don't know if you can see, the very top is cooked, but I can instantly see it get mushy. So I'm gonna put aluminum foil on the top of it. Outside is getting overcooked and tough. Why do I do this? Was it the loaf that was the issue? I tried my hardest. Where did I go wrong? Okay, it's time for the moment of truth. Did this turn out well? I ended up cooking it, instead of 60 minutes, about an hour and 50 minutes. And then I let it sit and rest for 20 minutes. That's insanely promising. I know it doesn't look so cute. Let me flip it. Whoa, okay. Let's try. It is not done. I messed up. I had high hopes for this. I might do it again because I really actually want to do this well. I don't even know if I want to like film you trying it because I know it's bad already.
That loaf is like explicitly a sandwich bread.
Okay, because there was so much to cook through that it didn't. It never did. It even right now, I opened it and it's still raw. Or next time I would have just done it in the muffin tins.
I mean, your whole thing is learn with me, and you could be like, man, I really fucked this one up. I do think if you really fuck them up, though, you have to do like redemption.
Yeah. Hi everyone, it's the next day. I couldn't sleep very well thinking of how terrible my bread was. So I'm gonna quickly remake it with my learnings from yesterday, but I'm also gonna have Luke try it to see if he can identify what is wrong with it, and I'll take his tips to remake it. Basically, what Luke told me is that the tin that I used is a sandwich bread tin, and it's probably not good for a cake. I think that's the main thing that happened. So I'm going to use a muffin tin instead with a better volume to surface area ratio so it can all cook a little bit more evenly.
Do you want to put some like additives in it to make it more fun? Like walnuts or something?
Yeah, but flavor-wise, you think it's okay?
Yeah, it's hard to get over the texture because it's raw.
I thought it needed more salt.
Salt might be good, yeah.
Okay, this is ready. I'm gonna put these in the oven for 30 minutes and check them from there. Otherwise, they could probably use the whole 60 minutes depending. You know what, I don't know. We'll check them.
All right, 30 minutes. Starting.
Here's to learning from mistakes and hoping for better. Okay, I have let the muffin tins completely cool. So I let them completely cool in case they popped out. Okay, let's pop them out and put them in the rack. Yay. Time to test one. Okay, it's a little tough. I might have overcooked it. The flavor is so much better than my loaf. If you want to make these, I highly recommend using muffin tins. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 because of me, not because of the recipe. I'm curious what you think if you can make it. I would also potentially make some sort of cream cheese frosting, like a carrot cake frosting on this. I think would go so far. But huge improvement. I'm very happy. I think that is a proper redemption attempt. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.